Wagwan, Wagwan, what's the deal? Bricks Liddy is definitely in the building on this good Saturday. Classic music is definitely in the building. Appreciate y'all for being here. What's going on? Good old Saturday, 11:15. I'm feeling all right. I woke up this morning. That's a blessing. We already on the winning side. You woke up this morning. If you hear my voice, if you can see me and hear my voice, you already woke up on the winning side. So we're going to celebrate that first. You know, I got to have me a cold water next to me. So let's clap it up for everybody who can see this and hear this morning. We already winning. Thank you, Brickley. I appreciate that. Thank you. 11/15/1979. That was the day I entered this earth. I am 46 years old today. And I feel every bit of 46. No, but thank you. I appreciate that. It's raining here. I don't know if anyone of y'all in Cali, but it's raining here today. So, you know, it's one of them kind of birthdays. Classic, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate you. But I'm good though. I'm chilling. It's not like it used to be back in the day where I gotta, have a bunch of stuff, crazy stuff going on. Or I'm going to a party, I'm going to the club. Then after the club, we'll go to the after party. Then after the party, we'll go to the homie's house. And then after the homie's house, yeah, I'm 20 years. Well, maybe about 10, 15 years from 15 years from all that. Maybe 10 years from all that, but for sure 15 years from all that. Class, you in LA or you down here in Southern Cali? Because it's raining, so I know the power on a lot of places is cutting off. I hope it don't cut off my area. I hate when that happens. You be feeling dumb because you be sitting there like hoping your phone charged up. You know what I mean? That's what I'm charging my phone up right now anyway. Let me see. Yep. Charging my phone up right now. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, it's heavy raining right now, man. Like, it's all good though. Yeah, I ain't doing much today. I didn't plan on going on live, but I wasn't doing anything. I'm sitting at the house. I was on YouTube watching like videos and stuff. I didn't watch. I was gonna catch a movie or a show, but I just finished watching a show yesterday that absolutely crazy. So I need about a break for a day before I watch anything like that, or a show or a movie, and then maybe tomorrow I think I'm gonna find another show to watch or a movie to watch. Oh, word. Okay. Music or just LA shit? Or hell, the way LA works, could be both. But I appreciate y'all falling in. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. I didn't have no plan when I cut this thing on, which I rarely do. I just like to talk. You know what I mean? I just want to chop it up. That's it. We had a cool show yesterday with Bree on it though. We talked about. Did I change the title for that video? Let me check. Let me see. My channel, boom, is my channel. Okay. No. I think I did change the title for that video. Content. Live. Good pair. Yeah, I did. Okay. I did change the title for that. Okay. Music, the Bishop of Mine, Spitfire, 6 days. I work with 50 Cent, a lot of. Oh, okay. Okay, dope. Yeah, the Momies. For sure. Spitfire doing like he doing a lot of sync music right now, for film and television and movies and stuff. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him at I think I saw him at Kendrick video shoot, the Not Like Us video shoot. The last time I saw him, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I heard he was doing a bunch of stuff for like sync music. I'm sure he's writing for people and doing a bunch of stuff, dope stuff like that. Spitfire always had a dope pen, so I'm sure he's doing some amazing work with that. Sticks is my brother, so that's my man. We together all the time. So he in New York right now doing a food drive. Actually, today and yesterday, doing a food drive in New York, and I think him and his family out there just getting busy doing that. And Bishop Lamont, I haven't seen him in a while. I saw him at church earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him at church one time. That was good seeing him. But I still haven't seen. Other than that, I haven't seen him in a while. So yeah, that was good. That was dope. That's dope. Let's see. Jen is definitely in the building. Appreciate that, Jen, man. Appreciate that for sure. It's a great day today. I'm alive and I'm breathing. I'm on this live for this show. I appreciate that. I definitely see the game for sure. Rich Religion, what's up? Rich Religion is definitely in the building. Yeah, the game. I definitely see the. I definitely see the game. Visionary Star is definitely in the building. Shout out to Visionary Star. Let me see. Excuse me. You talking about the Visionary Star? You talking about the artist? Is that you talking about the artist? Let me see. Go back. Let me see. I heard nothing. I mean, I heard about. I think I came across her page or somewhere. Maybe somebody posted her stuff, but I really heard that. She dope. I'm gonna check her out. Let me see. I put up her page. It's Shay underscore Noor. Noor. Yeah, that's her. You know me. I just don't be in the know, bro. So it's probably my bad. She young, huh? She look young. Channel Love, she made some new project. Oh, I see right here in the Rolling Stone. That's dope. Oh, from New York. I'm gonna check her out for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I see right here. I'm looking at her page. I see she some dope people follow her for sure. I see she got this Rolling Stones look. That's dope. Rolling Stones is a dope look. Great look for that. Yeah, I'm gonna check out. Oh, she this way? Okay. I'm gonna check her out. Hey. Hey, this is. Wait a minute, dog. Am I tripping? You talking about Pop Studio? Wait 1 second. Hold up. I can't see your picture, dog. This ain't Rich, right? It's all love. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. And thanks for following through. South Africa is definitely in the building. I don't want to mess your name up. How you say your name? Is it Tabisa? I don't want to mess your name up. I hope I mispronounce your name. And I don't know how you can kind of yeah, Rich. Dog. What? Why did I never know that? All this time we've been chopping up through here. You've been pulling up. I didn't know that was you. You said Pop Studio. I'm like, dude, first of all, the only Rich I know from that studio, you talking about Rich, we was DC, the homies. Tabisa. That's how you say, right? Tabisa. Oh, okay. H is silent. Got it. Tabisa, man, shout out. Where you say you from? Shout out to South Africa. South Africa is definitely in the building. Appreciate that. That's love. Yeah. Hey, Rich, I didn't know that was you, bro. My bad, family. I never knew that was you, dog. That's crazy. That nigga said the studio. I'm like, hold up. It wasn't a lot of people. It wasn't a lot of people that, I mean, I knew you had to be at that studio, around that studio to be there for that. Not saying I did that. I'm just saying I was there, though. I remember rapping outside the studio. But, damn, dog. My bad, man. I never, dog, that's crazy. My guy. Damn, I just thought about all kind of dope memories back from that back then. Damn, family. NRA. But you always been low key like that. Man, good. Well, kind of seeing you. I mean, I'll see you here, but like, not really. But damn, that's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Oh man, I appreciate that. Damn, that's love. What's the time difference? Right now, it's 11:33 a.m. out here on the West Coast, the good Southern coast of California. What time is it where you are? Where exactly are you in South Africa? So I know the time difference. Tabisa is definitely in the building. South Africa is definitely in the building. Pulled up to the homeroom. Now that's dope. That's fire. I love that, man. My boy Rich in the building. Hey, this is a good birthday. Today's my birthday, family. I'm 46 today. Big old age of 46. PJ Allen is definitely in the building. And shout out to all my family in Durban, South Africa. Straight up. The sunny city on the coast. I dig it. Yeah, man. Durban is in the building. PJ Allen is definitely in the building. It's love today. Today is love day. It's my birthday, man. It's love all day. Love all day, man. Yeah. Thank you, my good brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, family. Appreciate y'all. 21:33. So I missed it. 23. I'm doing army time. Let me say 21:33. That's what is it? 18 is 21:33. Is it? 1, 2, 3. What's 21:33? That's army time, right? What's 21:33? That's I forgot how to do army time. It started. What's 12 o'clock? Somebody help me. What's 12 o'clock is? Let me see. Oh, sorry. Mm-mm-mm. Ah, okay. Oh, 9:33. Oh, okay, yeah. When your birthday, PJ? Big birthday vibes today. Yes, sir. I'm at the house right now. It's raining out here right now, but I'm at the house right now. But I'm gonna step out in a minute. Not do nothing crazy. I got some partners of mine, some people I consider my brothers, my family, some of my good friends. We're about to go eat somewhere. They take me go somewhere to go eat, go hang out, have some good conversation. Since my wife is out of town, my wife is out the country right now. We gonna have to, my brother's gonna support, show love, and have get me up out the house. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. Having a good conversation with some good dudes. Sometimes, man, I think, especially when you get older, you need some good dudes to surround yourself. As men, you need some good guys to surround yourself with and have that real talk with. Make safe spaces. Let your hair down. Vent if you have to. Cry if you have to. Look for some great advice. So these are my brothers that I do all that with. So they asked me what I did for my birthday. I told them, like, man, I don't really plan nothing for my birthday. My wife usually does, and she's OT. They was like, yeah, don't say nothing else. We put it up on you. Boom, there it is. So, man, I feel good, man. Like I said, I woke up this morning. That right there is every day is a birthday. Every day is a blessing. If you, like I said earlier in the thing, if you can hear my voice, if you can see my face, if you walking around or not walking around, if you're alive and conscious and you in your right mind today, it's all of our birthdays today. It's a blessing. You got to be grateful. That's what it's all about. You got to be grateful. Straight up. You got to be. Because so many people, and I'm not trying to speak y'all out. I'm just keeping it real. Because so many people didn't wake up today. That's a fact. It's not my opinion. So many people didn't wake up today. So many people aren't in their right mind today. So many people are losing their mind, mental health issues, a bunch of stuff, depression, stress, a bunch of stuff that's killing a bunch of us. You know what I mean? Some people going through physical ailments that can't really move around like they want to, whatever, and can't really, stressing about that and depressed about that. You know what I mean? Some people don't have a faith, a foundation of faith to stand on. So a lot of people around here walking around hopeless. Right? That's why the world, in so many ways, have become so dangerous. You ever thought about that? Like if you out driving, or you out at the mall with your family, or you out at the amusement park, and you're potentially walking around so many people. Not everybody I know, but it's so many people around that are just moving around hopeless, right? And that's scary because, so think about that the next time somebody cuts you off on the highway and you ready to trip because you mad or whatever. You gotta watch who you talking to and cursing out and yelling at, and because for you it may just be a speech anger thing. For them, they may be on their last little edge and they ready to do whatever to anybody. So it's a lot of people moving around. My whole goal as a man in general, especially a man with kids and a man with a wife, your whole goal, like you're out to, make the money and do the things you have to do. But at the end of the day, your most important goal is to make him at home. That's the most important goal. So when I say, like, be grateful that we are alive and in our right minds and can make decisions for ourselves and stuff like that, you got to be grateful and appreciate that, because like I said, so many people aren't doing that. And then you're walking out here with a bunch of people who don't think like you and aren't grateful and hopeless and potentially dangerous. So yeah, man, be grateful. Straight up. It's war, literally. My man Rich Pelin said it. He said, it's war out here. Now, you think you're not in one, right? Because you may be peaceful in your heart, you take care of your family, you don't mess with nobody, you cool. Once you step outside your home doors, you are on a battlefield. I'm not saying walk around nervous and, ready to whatever. I'm saying, like, be mindful that everybody don't move and feel like you do. You know what I mean? So that's real life, Yeah. Mott Whack is definitely in the building. Shout out to Mott Whack. Keep JT lit. Definitely in the building. They showed up. Everybody, you know what? This is my birthday stream today. That's what that's what I'm gonna call it. I should have titled it my birthday stream. Thanks, Mott Whack. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you for real. Yeah, for sure. It's warfare going on. And like I said, man, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to have none of y'all out here hyper, like, excuse me. You got to be aware for sure, but don't be out here just ready to trip on people and all that. I'm just saying, like, move how you move. Just be aware. That's it. Just be aware. Like, I drive Uber a lot, so I'm very conscious on, like, everybody ain't tripping on making it home like I am. So when it comes to somebody cutting you off, or you may not be driving fast enough, so they blowing and cursing at you and all that. That's not a me thing. I don't take that personal, right? People be dealing with their own things and they project and lash out. So I would hate for me to be like, man, F you or whatever. And then, not to take it to the extreme, but he pull out a gun and want to shoot because he lost his job today, or his wife left him, or his family something, or whatever. And he out here like, man, next nigga say something to me, I don't F it. And here I come along because somebody cut me off on the highway. Then I'm about to lose my life because I can't keep control of my anger. I can't control myself. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go out here and be a shell of yourself or be some punk. I'm not saying that, or be some mark and shut down. I'm not saying that. Just be very aware when you step outside. Everybody don't want to come home like you. That's a sad, harsh reality. Everybody don't want to come home like you. That's you know what I mean? That's the world we live in, where niggas is out here on some other time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Michelle J. Michelle J is definitely in the building. Kevin Finley, definitely in the building. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. I appreciate y'all. One thigh wow, I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? I'm the big 46 today. So, you know what I mean? It don't change nothing. I mean, I'm alive, so I'm growing. I'm getting further and getting older. So, but I'm feeling good. I'm alive. Make it back home. That's it. Jen, feel me. My wife feel me. Make it back home. That's the goal. King 353. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you. Appreciate the birthday love. I really do, man. Thank y'all, man. I'm live on a Saturday too. It's raining outside and I'm cold in here. I low key need to get a hoodie. I don't feel like moving. Michelle, are you hear me still? I know Michelle be tapped in on her sometimes she just be in the headphones. Michelle, you tapped in? Let me see. If somebody asks about music, you know what I've been off of lately? Oh, Michelle. Man, I watched and finished All Her Fault. Remember I told you about All Her Fault? Let me see who remember I told you about this right here? Hey. This show right here, you hearing it from me. This is how I feel. I'm just being honest with how I feel, me, about that show. All Her Fault. 10 out of 10. That's how I feel. All Her Fault. 10 out of 10. No cuts. That's what that is. Fire. When you get a chance, if you get a chance, check that out. It's 8 episodes. It ain't too now. Every episode is like an hour. Right? It ain't too long. Trust me. All Her Fault. 10 out of 10. Fire emojis all the way across. Fire. Beginning, the ending, everything that happens, fire. No mistakes, no drop offs. Nothing I didn't like about it. 100%. The acting is cool. I don't really get into the acting like that. It ain't a bad mark. Everything dope. Everything dope. Fire. Potty Rob is definitely in the building. Potty Rob, thanks for the birthday love, family. Appreciate you, bro. Love you, bro. Thank you, my good brother. Oh yeah, I gotta watch Freaky Tales too. Thanks for reminding me, Michelle. I gotta definitely go watch Freaky Tales. We supposed to do that. When we supposed to do it? That's when we supposed to review that? It's not Monday, right? I don't think it's Monday, is it? Oh, dope. Yeah, All Her Fault, fire. It's fire. I watched with the homegirl yesterday, man. We went through because I seen 1 through 3, 1 through 3 the night before last, and I came back. We watched the other 5. Dumb fire. This is fire. Let me knock it off the thing. Okay, boom. So yeah, man, that All Her Fault, 10 out of 10, 100%. I have no doubt about it. That's why I feel comfortable talking about it. Yeah, we gonna check that Freaky Tales out. Dog, I don't even know. Dude, you got a movie called Freaky Tales, narrated by Too Short. How did I not hear about that? Like, how did I miss that? That's insane. I don't even know how I missed that. Dude, it's cold. I don't think the window open. Man. Not marriage. not marriage, bro. That's funny. Hey, that's a cold advertisement. Just name yourself after the act. Polly. Just our nigga out here just Polly. Like, yeah, we with all that. That's funny. Dog, it's cold. Wait a minute. Shout out to the good brother. Classic music. Appreciate the birthday love, man. I guess you got the Cash App. The Cash App hit. Thank you, my good brother. I appreciate you. That's love, family. Appreciate the support. Thank you, my good brother. Polly, you see that? Hey, Rich was like, hey, what are you with my man on? My he said freaky. Thank you, classic man. Appreciate you, big dog. That's love, man. Birthday love. I love it. Any kind of support people show is love. Like people are texting me. I feel absolutely amazing. I love the love. Because you know what? It's funny because when it comes to small things like birthdays, you just want to make it to your next birthday, right? It's kind of like half trauma being raised in any urban area, any hood. You want to make it to your birthday. Everybody don't think like that, but where I come from, a lot of us just want to make it to our next birthday, right? And even though I don't live a life where I'm in the streets and doing all kind of craziness or live a life of crime, it's just how I came up, you know. So, then you get older, other problems happen: health, stress, depression, blood pressure, all kind of stuff where you be worried about making it to your next birthday, right? But so it's cool when people are pouring into you because that love's help you. That love helps you in so many different ways. You know what I mean? We all need it. A lot of us act like we don't care. Sometimes, even for that, a lot of people don't be tripping on their birthdays because they ain't tripping on gifts and stuff. Some people are awkward with gifts, or don't make your birthday a gift thing, right? If your birthday just be about love, like put it like this, I would rather have. If you ask me, would you rather 100 people get you 100 things and just no love, no good words, no kind words, no nothing crazy, just gifts? Or would you rather 100 people that didn't have gifts but just poured into you all day about love, like how much you mean to them, how much your relationship means to them, talk about the memories, the good times? Me, Terrence, Lucky, good luck, bad luck, lucky with the can, whatever you decide to call me, I want the love. I'd rather have the love. Now I'm not mad at no gifts. No gifts come my way. Anything come my way that's gifts, anything, don't get it twisted. I love that also. But if I had a choice, no gifts, it's either one or the other. Gifts or the love. If you take one, you lose the other. I'm taking the love every time. That's just me. Taking love every time. That's the home the home girl. You feel me though? I mean everybody can feel me on that. I get it. Um, yeah, but I'm taking the love every time. Who don't want that? You know what, Tabisa, it ain't that I do or don't. I don't be tripping. You know what I mean? Like if my wife's told up something, if my wife has done that before, we have a dinner and then boom, she bring a cake out or something. If it pop up and we have a cake, cool, we have a cake. If she be like, if no cake, it's not nothing I expect. Let's put it like that. I ain't tripping. But if a fire cake show up, we all sharing cake, eating cake, whatever, cool. You know, I don't expect it. But just like I don't expect gifts and stuff, my wife sometimes probably be gifts, and I'll be like, I really in my mind be thinking like thank you, like because I don't expect gifts, not because I'm weird with gifts. I'm not weird with gifts. I just don't expect. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something when I was little or something, but I'll just be like, I'm really, really, really into the pouring into, especially as a man out here, and flip it again as a black man out here. You know, it seems like, not seem like, depends on your circle, depends on who you surround yourself with too. A lot of times, a lot of men only get poured into on a holiday like technically your birthday or like Christmas, Father's Day, depending on what you got going on, right? But it ain't really. You see the difference between what Father's Day look like. Even first of all, there ain't a store in the world that decorates any section of the store because of Father's Day. I never seen it. I never been to a store in a section of the store, whatever kind of section, was like decorated because it was Father's Day. I've never seen it. I could be wrong for sure, and that's fine. I've never seen it. Right. So the other two holidays that would be for us is our own birthdays, which ain't a holiday, it's your birthday, right? And then Christmas. And you know how people be treated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking not for me directly, right? I've experienced this for sure coming up. But my wife, she be doing her thing. You know what I mean? She don't be slipping. She be, when I say slipping, her words, not mine. She be on all the things, right? But I'm a man who's grew up in been in different relationships and different things. And it's been some times out here where, as a dude, you just feel like you just out here, you know? Me and my friends talked about that recently. We talked about how it's kind of crazy um, thinking about this, but we were talking about baby showers, right? And we were talking about how men, now hear me out, how men, um, Man, I really want to have this conversation with my good brother. I'm gonna get him on I'm gonna do a podcast with my guy, my good friend Dr. Dorsey. But a bunch of our brothers, a bunch of our guys are talking about how men are made to feel like plus ones at their own baby showers. Think about that. Think about all the baby showers you've been to. Yep. So yeah, so I'm gonna get my man Dr. Dorsey on here. I'm gonna bring my man Dr. Dorsey on soon, hopefully next week, and we're gonna really have out that whole entire conversation. Cause yeah, yeah, man. So just show love. See, my man Rich. See, and this ain't even like rare. That's a common thing amongst a lot of men. It's a common thing. See, like people don't really scold or like make a big deal about men who don't receive gifts. When I say gifts, I don't mean just tangible things, but tangible also though. They don't really trip on men not receiving those things. I mean, I don't even think people even ask a lot of times. I'm generalizing here, right? It's not all men, right? But for a lot of men, a lot of men, a lot of them are like they don't even. It's like, what's for me? I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? Like on the holidays, like if you, especially if you ain't got kids too, then people are like, it's tough. It's tough. A lot of men have spent a bunch of Christmas like with not getting a good gift. You know what I'm saying? Not even, and then let's talk about that. Let's talk and look, and let's be real. We also have issues with getting good gifts because man, just because we men don't mean we don't like to get gifts, and it don't mean we don't like to get really good gifts. Don't mean that. So this is a scenario here. So the son and the daughter, or whatever they or whoever, even older kids, they got their mom the whatever chain or something like their jewelry earrings or the foot thing she wanted and the whatever, you know, I mean, all these nice things that she probably, I don't know, you know, things people get real creative when it comes to moms, right? And then we've seen the movies, we've seen the TV. This stuff come from real life. You've seen the dad get the toolbox. And they got 1,000 tools in the garage. You still got a brand new toolbox. Or he got the ties, which you don't wear suits a lot because his job ain't even a corporate job. So nigga in construction. The only time I need a tie is for what? Funerals and weddings. You know what I mean? Why you keep getting this nigga a tie? you know, it's like almost no thought. They just thinking man shit, right? It's like they walk into a store and was like point to the man section. It is nothing but like toolboxing, tackle boxing, ties, and I like Brute and Old Spice. And like it's like what is this generic man shit? Like, do you guys buy gifts for your father who has a personality who doesn't like the same thing that Terrence likes? So you can't just buy both of us a tackle box because I don't even fish and he hates the water. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. And here's the other thing. Now, I figure I'm talking to most guys in here, so I'll speak this. Even talking about this to a lot of women outside of here nowadays, they would say that's girly. Or the word they use now is sassy. I'm sassy for even saying this is the thing. Like, like men don't feel anything. But you know what they tell you? Suck it up, nigga. Suck it up, pull back your tears. You're a man. You don't supposed to feel nothing. That's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? My man Kevin Finley said he don't even celebrate holidays. Damn, none of them? My man Kevin Finley over there like, I don't celebrate holidays. Look, probably Rob buys his own gifts. Damn. Tabisa said not even getting a gift. And like a special guest, bro. They make you feel like a plus one at your own thing. That sucks. And we can't even, it can't even be a bunch of us saying that's so whack. Dude, I don't know what has to change. I guess you started like in your own, when it come to like how do humans become better as far as like good upstanding citizens who don't want to scam people, kill people, grape people, rob people, steal from people. Like it starts in your home, right? If we all do our jobs as parents, or try to do our job as good parents, and hopefully those kids grow up to be good people. And that starts some kind of cycle of like another tree of like good people, good family values, good people. You know what I mean? And then if two families do it, oh, that's two different families and good values, two different limbs of a family tree that grow out to be beautiful and great families and great people. Here's the problem, though, is that a lot of parents didn't get healed either. So how you gonna ask this family who never got their own healing, dysfunctional as hell, they just stayed together because that's what we knew, and then now these two dysfunctional people that are still together, probably never married, got their own issues, hella toxic. Now they about to raise a new baby. What you think gonna happen with that baby? And I'm not talking about it's concrete because nothing's concrete. Gotta bring you through anything. But what are the percentages? You know what I mean? That'd be the part. That'd be the part. The percentages. For sure. Let me see. That's why it's important for a man to celebrate small wins and big wins all through the year. Because most men's frustration comes from lack of appreciation. So we must appreciate self. 100%. You got, look, self-love. Okay. That's the importance of self-love. Because that's where hope also lives. Hope, we talking about as far as dealing with dealing with yourself directly, right? So if you have self-love, you won't drive yourself off a cliff looking for validation from other people, right? I never was the type. I've been through a bunch of stuff. Now, mind you, I'm gonna be very careful with how I want to be very careful with how I talk about this next thing I'm going to talk about. Not in subject matter. I'm talking about where I'm going, just in this time right now. So I've never been the type to stress or get depressed to a point where I want to do something to myself. Let me just say that. Being very careful with, so just if you know where I'm going, if you know where I'm at, where I'm going with it, right? I was never to that point, right? And I understand how someone can get to that point where they want to do a little more or go past what I just said, because I understand where I was raised and how I was raised. I understand you give its context and everything, right? So, and that's what privilege covers up. The privilege covers up the part to think about context. The part of your brain that thinks about context. Well, how did someone get there? Well, how did that happen? Well, where did that start? And well, why are they doing that? The part that when your brain starts to do that, right? Privilege sometimes blocks that off, right? So privilege is how you can see a bum on the corner and be like, criminal, look at that thug, he wasted his life. You'd even question what happened to him. You'd even know he lost his job in the market crash of '08 or whatever the crash was, and he was and then his wife left him because he was on a bad streak for like a year. He couldn't maintain, right, and then his mentally started to check out because of life. Couldn't get jobs. Had to thug it out on the street a little bit. Slept in shelters and stuff like that. Had to eat, so he had to steal. So now he developed a life of crime. Now he got a record because he's been in jail, in and out of jail, right? And and he's trying, and the will work for food sign ain't really working. People just throw him a couple of dollars, but he really actually would rather work, right? Looking for jobs, and am I gonna hire him because you don't trust that man around your stuff, right? So these are the people that a lot of us look at in our privileged lives and be like, oh, they messed up. They did something wrong. Even though we all make mistakes and we all mess up. Like, if I didn't have, and I know a lot of y'all gonna feel this too, if I didn't have a support system around me with the family and friends that I have, I could have been him. You know how many times you be want to check out mentally? How many times something went wrong? I lost a job, I lost something, but I had a family or somebody to pull me in and make sure I was straight. You know what I mean? How many times where I couldn't pay rent, landlord tripping, and then somebody came across and helped me, pull me through a loan or paid or did something or gave me a gig or something. I was saved again by my support system, my friends around. God coming through, pulling for me again. What if either one of them things didn't work? I could have been him, the guy I'm talking about. You know? And I use this example all the time when I talk about people need to stop judging people by where they're at. Sometimes you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, where somebody's going to be. Use discernment when you look at people. A lot of people don't use discernment. That's a whole nother issue for a whole nother live stream. Use discernment. Everybody ain't criminals. Everybody ain't evil. Everybody ain't bad. Everybody don't deserve that low place you think they deserve. Everybody, it ain't just like that. You know what I mean? So have a little more compassion when we out here looking at people and dealing with people. Context is everything. Context is everything. I see people argue all day, even about the Bible. People in the Bible argue in scripture all day. The Bible said this. I'm like, do you know why they said that? No, but the verse say this. Yeah, but do you know who Peter was talking to? Do you know why he was talking to the people about that? Do you know what they was doing at that time in that region at that place? Do you know that law was for them at that time in that place? So why are you talking to me about what the Bible said if you don't even understand context? Context is everything. Everything has little nuances you got to understand about why something is happening or what's going on here. What you know what I mean? Context. It's important. It's important. And if you refuse to put context to anything, then you should be questioning yourself because there's a privilege there that you're not acknowledging. Right? A lot of us are moving through life with rose-colored glasses on, which I don't understand how a lot of us are doing that. We're looking at some of our lives. Like, where'd you get a pair of rose-colored glasses from, nigga? You from where I'm from. How'd you even get a pair? You from where I'm from. I mean, Watch has taught me that I would never buy a pair of rose-colored glasses. Even no matter where I am, even in the most coolest, maybe safest places on earth, I still got my head on the swivel. I still know that don't let my kids out of my sight for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, there ain't enough privilege in the world. When it comes to my family and my own safety, context is key. Context is key. Because that's where empathy and sympathy shows up. Everybody's not going to understand what you've been through. Everybody's not going to understand it, right? And you're not going to understand that all the problems and things that everybody's been through. I mean, I was told by I was picking up I was picking up a lady one time. She's an older woman, and we were talking about how the differences between empathy and sympathy, right? And she was talking about how she was talking to another driver. She was going getting Uber somewhere. She was talking to another driver. She said how at that time she was going through something, and oh, I'm sorry. At the time she had lost her mother, right? She's an older woman. She had lost her mother, and she was in the car just dealing with crying and stuff. And her and the driver start talking, and then she had, I guess the driver asked, and she said, she said, so what happened or whatever. She said, I just lost my mother and la la la, whatever. She was like, oh, she said, oh man, I understand. She said, that's horrible. I understand. So the lady asked, she said, oh, did you lose your mother? She said, no, I didn't lose my mother. My parents are still my parents. And she was like, she said she almost called the lady a B. She like, how do you, and I'm not saying, I'm not nitpicking like, oh girl was being trash, but you have to watch your words. It's the difference between empathy and sympathy. If you never lost a parent, do not tell somebody who just lost a parent, I understand. No, you do not. You do not. I'm fortunate enough to have both of my parents alive today. I got tons of friends who lost a bunch of parents. I've never looked at none of them and consoled them, and the words that came out of my mouth was, oh, I feel you, I understand. No, I don't. And don't offend nobody with that shit either. Now, everybody ain't tripping, but don't do that. Because trust me, they thought about it. Nigga, how could you know? You don't know what that type of pain, I can only describe it in thought. Right? It's like men who try to be dismissive about women who have babies and the pain they go through. Nigga, what? What are we talking about? You know? And yeah, man, you can't. Empathy is you knowing what they've been through. You understand. You've been through the situation. You've experienced this. That's how you empathize with somebody. You empathize with them because you understand. You've been through. You experienced the thing they're experiencing. Sympathy is just caring about people and go. You may not have went through it, but you care for them. You try to console them. You understand that thing is a bad thing or a horrible thing. You may not be able to empathize with them, but it's horrible because I love humans and I care about humans. So you console them in that kind of notion. You can't empathize with somebody who's never been through it. I dealt with that in my car too. I talked about me and this white gentleman were talking about oppression, being oppressed, right? I picked up this dude from he was a Republican, and I say that because of the conversation we had, not to just bring up he's a Republican. He lived in Malibu, Republican from Malibu, and we were talking about oppression and some other stuff, whatever. And I was talking about oppression. I was like, yeah, man, it's tough, even being oppressed because though you would think we're out here in America, out here in the world, land of the free, and there's some places I still can't walk in without being looked at crazy. Now I can walk in almost any spot in America. That don't mean you won't be looked at crazy or walked out or asked to leave or made to feel so uncomfortable you do leave. That man said, "Oh man, I hear you, man. Yeah, I know what that's like." I'm like, nigga, you're a Republican from Malibu, California. You're from Malibu? It's not even like you came up tough life as a kid and you pulled yourself up by the bootstraps, went to school, did your thing, met some cool people, great education, got in tech, did something, made some money, now you live in Malibu. Nigga, you are from Malibu. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You have never been oppressed in your life by nobody. By nobody. I just gave him a cold look like, what? He knew he said something. I was like, what? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, so, okay. So yeah, it's the same thing. Sympathy, it's the same thing. Sympathy. If you haven't experienced this, right? then you can only speak from that perspective. Your point of view can only be on the sideline. You never got in the game, right? You can know all your cousins and family members who have, if I'm bringing up the parent thing, who lost their parents. You could talk about all the homies who gang bang, who was thugging out there shooting and selling drugs and all that. You lived around them. You played with them when they wasn't doing this stuff as kids. But all the gang banging and drug dealing and all that stuff, your homies did it. They right next to you. Yeah, they're your friends. Yeah, you've been around. Yeah, you sat in the trap. Yeah, you sat in the car a couple of times. But you wasn't one shooting, gang banging, didn't put nobody on, didn't get put off. You have a front row seat. You have season tickets to the stuff you're talking about. You cannot understand because you did not do it. There's context you can watch. So I always love Ice Cube and Benny Siegel, my two favorite rappers. If y'all didn't know, so let me say it: Ice Cube, Benny Siegel. The reason why I love Ice Cube because I related to Ice Cube. I related to Ice Cube because Ice Cube was who I believe my place was. I identified with him because I felt like he was like me, right? Now, Mac 10 chose the game bang. Dub C chose the game bang. Lived two completely different lives, right? That's why Ice Cube wore black. Even though he was born in the 111s, came with them in the neighborhoods, he wasn't a game banger. He wasn't a game banger. And there's also a difference between gang bangers and gang members. That's another conversation also. But Ice Cube was like me, very born around all the stuff. Maybe did some things as a youngin, as a young adult. You did some things, whatever. That's cool. But you didn't get put on. You didn't do none of the stuff. You didn't get a name. You ain't been behind the walls. That was my life, right? But I was around all these things, and I was very talented with storytelling and writing, right? So that's why that's my pattern of my raps after that. So I use my skill with being very observant, being raised in the middle of all this stuff, and I was really good at writing, right? Pattern my style after Cube and Benny Siegel, because I was such a fan of theirs, and that's where you get my aggressive flow from when I was rapping. I'm talking this before Problem, because Problem was all turn up ratchet music. I'm talking about as far as when I got with them and started doing Mollywood. But everything outside of that, that's where my style came from. So even as a dude growing in the middle of it, me and Glasses had these conversations all the time, right? Glasses say, "Look, you a street nigga." I said, "Yes, I understand, Glasses, but I'm not what people think I am." People used to say as a rapper, people used to say, "Oh, he from Grape Street. Oh, he from such. Oh, he from Backstreet. Oh, he from East Side to Crip. Oh, he from." I wasn't from none of those hoods. I didn't game bang, but I saw it all. I'm around it. I raised around it. I raised the middle of it. I talk to talk because I was born like this is how I talk. You know what I mean? Like if you was born in over that side of town, you talk like all them niggas, or you wear the colors they be wearing. But I always was very clear on I don't game bang. I'm in the hood. This the hood. These my niggas. These are, you know what I mean? So when I talked about street stuff, I'm talking about stuff I saw. Right? I just changed the names or changed the stories a little bit. So I could talk about I could tell a whole story about a robbery from front to back because I know the story already. And change some stuff up. Very visual, very creative. The reason why I sound authentic because of because stuff I came up in. I was raised in. But if you ask me to empathize what it's like to go out and go kill some niggas and what that feel like when you come back, how can I empathize with that? How can I empathize with the homie who been shot 19 times and didn't die at one time? And you be like, damn, it's tough, man. I feel you. No, you don't. I ain't never been shot. I ain't never been in jail. One of my favorite songs in the world is Beanie Siegel, What's Your Life Like? On the first album. I don't care how creative I am. I can't write that song like he did. You got to be in that place to write that. And I'm very, very talented with my imagination. I'm sure I can write a rap about jail. But to the average nigga who's been in jail, it's some niggas probably going to be like, I don't know if that sounds as authentic as What's Your Life Like? And it's not. We got to just keep real with ourselves. Your imagination only take you so far. Once you get in the game, that's different. No, I'm not saying you don't understand, Kevin. I don't want you to get twisted. I'm not saying you understand. I'm talking about empathizing. Empathizing is different. It's different. You know what I mean? Like, you can understand why somebody may gangbang, maybe. You can understand how the rules go. You can understand colors and why this hood is that hood, and you know the history, right? Right? You can't understand. You can't understand why somebody killed somebody if you ain't ever killed somebody. You can't understand what it feels like when they're describing what it's like to get shot. I mean, I'm not talking about if you. I'm not talking about if you haven't. You can think about it, but you ain't never been through that. You can only it's a certain kind of place you can only understand up to a certain kind of place, right? It's like you can understand until you get to the front row, but the niggas in the game is different. Skip Bayless, Skip Bayless all day long. Skip Bayless he argues stats. You know why? Because he never stepped on that hardwood. So when niggas be trying to tell him, Skip, you keep going to the papers to argue me about statistics. I'm telling you, I played with the nigga. I know how cold he was. Right? It's like if you're trying to argue stats with somebody. He telling you on paper, LeBron is better than Jordan. If the only stats you could use is every time he went to the finals, he won. That's the one stat you can use. Then LeBron would be better on paper. But you can't tell me that because I watch Michael Jordan play. So how do you account for killer instinct, the will to never give up, that kind of fight, to turn it on and off whenever you wanted to control the game whenever you wanted to? When you said, nope, I got this, I'm taking over, and you don't miss a shot from then on. I saw that happen. I saw Kobe be that way. So it's hard to argue with me numbers when I watched a nigga like that hit the court, where his brain do something and it changed the outcome of the game. So I'm not saying you don't understand. You can get it, but you can't understand what it's like for a mother to feel the pain, for a woman or a man to feel a pain who just lost their mother if you never felt that kind of pain. You can say you understand as like, oh yeah, I know people who be losing parents. And I know it's a horrible thing because the idea of losing a parent is a horrible thing. Because I got common sense, right? I know you know that. That's as far as you can understand it. But to say you understand what she's talking in pain, she's talking from a pain point and what that feel like inside, right? Like I couldn't understand when my homegirl Inaya passed years ago in a car accident, and one of her best friends, Carlin, we was at her house, and I couldn't understand why Carlin kept trying to get on the phone to call Inaya. And Inaya was gone already. We knew she was gone. We got confirmation from the family. We know about the car accident. She's gone. And the next day, we had to keep grabbing her because she keep running to the phone because she don't want to believe it. Inaya is she gonna answer the phone. She kept crying like she gonna answer the phone. We like, man, you gotta chill. She gone. She gone. And at that young age, at the time, I had to be about maybe it was like 19. No, maybe like 20 at the time, 2019 at the time. I was like, man, why she gone? Why she keep running to the phone? What's wrong with her? I get it now, but back then my young mind didn't understand. She was so much in denial, her brain won't allow it to register that her friend is gone. So you are now moving on delusion. You know what I mean? You gotta be experienced to even understand what the fuck I just said. You gotta be experienced in that. You have to have seen these things and been involved with these things. You know what I mean? I didn't understand it because at the time, 20 years old, how she lost her best friend, I haven't lost nobody that close. At that age, who she was to her, who Inaya was to Carlin, I didn't lose nobody that close. So it didn't compute to me about slipping into a delusional state where I didn't want to believe that somebody was gone. As I got older, it happened. Different people in my life, very close people. And then you find yourself in these denial points where you don't believe it. Oh, I get it. Now I understand. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, I don't even know how we got on this dark. Got pretty dark, huh? My bad. It's my birthday. I don't know how I got it's dark. I don't know how I got so dark on my birthday, but I'm glad y'all hung out with me today. I appreciate y'all. Rich, my God, I still can't believe that's you. That's crazy to me. This whole time I've been shouting you out when you log Rich Religion, definitely in the building. Whole time I didn't know that was you. That's crazy. I appreciate y'all. Yo, did y'all like the video? Like the video. For people who just hanging out, subscribe. Tabisa, South Africa, Durban, subscribe, my good brother. I'm gonna definitely talk to you again. I want to see you in some other videos. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. One more time, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all putting it up, man. I ain't had nothing to talk about, but I'm glad we had a little cool conversation. It got a little deep too and a little dark. You know what though? That's what I like about the channel because I appreciate you, man. That's love. Durban is definitely in the building. Photub is definitely in the building. What's goody? Celebrating my birthday today, my brother. Feeling good. Durban, South Africa, man. Yeah. Tabisa in the building, man. Shout, man, clap it up for Tabisa one time. Clap it up for Durban, South Africa, definitely in the building, man. Appreciate you. Hey, Tabisa. Yo, so look. Let me tell you, and I'm not sure if you. I'm just asking because I will ask you, but so I also like a bunch of amongst a bunch of stuff I do. I also be driving Uber, right? And so it's funny. I tell my wife this. So I pick up like at like 5 different times. Let me see, it happened. No, 4 times. 4 different times, right? I picked up. I picked up a cool little. I think it was 3 African men, 1 African woman, different times, right? Every time one of them got in the car, they asked, was I Congolese? Before I start speaking, right? As soon as I'll be like, excuse me, or no, I'm not. Then they hear my American accent, they say, oh, you American, you know. But it's 4 different times I picked up 3 different times I picked up an African man, African men. One time I picked up a young African woman, and the first thing they said was when they looked me in the face, they said, "Are you Congolese? Do you see any similarities to you?" Because I was looking, I was trying to find like not trying to find, but I was trying to ask like, man, because I never did my DNA, I never did my African DNA, I never did what's it called, my African ancestry, because I definitely wasn't gonna mess with the other one. But it's hard to trust any kind of DNA. Sending your DNA through some company, you don't be trusting them. But if I would do one, it'll be African ancestry. I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Because I'm like, how are these 4 different people, 4 different times, who all live in Africa? They were visiting, but they are well, some no, I know one of them had dual citizenship, but the other 3, they were all living in Africa. They were just visiting, and none of them were from Congo. None of the people asked me from Congo, but they asked me, "Am I Congolese?" They said, "I look Congolese." I thought that was interesting. I want to find out. I think that'd be so cool to find out. Man, hey man, for as much as high as bills are, look, here's the thing. Hey, Rich, check this out. My birthday today, but thankfully, you don't spend a lot of money on your own birthday. It depends on what you do for your birthday, right? So, Thanksgiving coming up. My wife's birthday. Wait, Thanksgiving coming up, and then Black Friday, right? Which I ain't gonna spend no money on that because what I'm about to tell you. So Thanksgiving, then Black Friday. My wife's birthday is December 10th, and then Christmas. So, fam, what? Yeah, I dig that. And look, you know what though? I was saying that to myself too. I was like, I understand, but I just thought it was weird. Not weird, but I just thought it was interesting that four different people, bruh, Africa is a huge. I'm not talking to you. I know you know, but Africa is huge. I know we be looking at that fake ass map that we see today. Africa, bro, you can fit Europe and North America inside Europe or North America and Asia inside of Africa. That's how big Africa is. So forget the map you be looking at, right? It's so huge. All them countries and these people from four different areas said, "Yo, you look Congolese." I thought that was interesting, but I gotta check. Maybe they may be onto something. And you're right, a lot of similarities, but I do want to see. I want to know. I think that'd be super dope to find out. Really interested. Plus Africa, I don't have any specific country in mind, but Africa is on my bucket list of trips to do for sure. I think more of us should travel to Africa and go move around and talk to the people. Go find out some things. You know what I mean? I hate not knowing. I hate that there's a bunch of people in this world that can trace their lineage back, and most of my family and friends have no clue. And it gets tricky when you get to a certain part. I was watching a documentary, right? I was watching a wine documentary of these families that own wineries, right? And this one dude was on in his vineyard, vineyards. That's what I mean. They own vineyards, right? And wineries too. Shit. But the one dude was on his vineyard, and he was talking about his family history, and he was saying he's a 10th generation, whatever his family was. But he's a um, yeah, 10th generation of dude. He owns the vineyard now, but 10 generations back, dude. 10 generations. I can't even think. As far as my generation, me, grandma, great grandma. Look, I could go back to my great grandma. That's it. Not because, not because. I mean, obviously there's family to go back, but I didn't know, and I don't know. I think I seen my great great grandmother on an old picture my mom has, and I didn't know I ever. I mean, obviously I never met her, but I never even knew outside of that picture that. I mean, I didn't know nothing. So how people be knowing 10 generations back, I'd be like, what? But and I can't speak for all African Americans. For a lot of us, we just don't know. Past G moms, great G moms, sometime on both sides of the family, and then maybe great great. Sometimes it get tricky. You know what I mean? It get tricky. So I think it's interesting. But even hey, Rich, even with that, I gotta find out. We sometimes a lot of us don't know. Because a lot of us here are indigenous to this land, right? I don't believe that all African Americans here are actually African Americans. There were people here. Now I'm not talking about the beginning of time. Obviously, everybody come from Africa, right? But I'm talking about so when people usually bring up the Indians, I'm like, man, there were actually people here of melanated people here in the so-called Americas before it was called so-called Americas. So I don't believe that everybody um, blood is going to trace back like that. And excuse my ignorance. I'm not saying like I got it all locked in. I got the paperwork and documents. Just talking to a lot of people. There were people here. There's a book I have called. It's not in here. called what's it called? Here Before Columbus. You know the book I'm talking about with Dr. Van what's his name? We Were Here Before Columbus, something like that. I forgot the name of the book. I have it in another room somewhere. Talks about that a lot. Let me see, other than that, you'll love it. Yeah, 54. Yep. Yeah, man. Hey, I was looking at it's funny, I was looking at uh this documentary, not documentary, but YouTube special. This dude was in Ethiopia, and the lady was saying, what she was saying? She said just in Ethiopia, it was like how many languages she said? I forgot how many languages. It was a gang of languages. I just think that's so interesting. And I think it's so dope that, first of all, to have your own language is fire. And we just use English. Like black people walking around, we don't even have a language or a flag. I'm not talking about the Black Power flag. There's an African, there's the African American flag also. It's the flag is black and red with the my man Sticks had the flag with the sword with the two reefs or something like that. Then they got the Black Power flag, the red, black, and green. But yeah, we have our own language. You know what I mean? I would love to have our own language, or at least know what that's like. They did a number on us, Rich. They did a number on us, fam. They messed us up. It's the true definition of evil genius. They messed us up. Like in every way you turn, systemic racism, oppression is woven into the fabric of this whole entire country. Every way you turn, because to think about it in all areas, to think about the idea of redlining, you gotta be an evil. That's some evil genius shit. It's like you niggas, y'all thought about everything to try to stop us, and y'all didn't stop us. That's why a lot of people are so mad. People are thriving. They even back then, Black Wall Street they mad at that. Look what they did to Black Wall Street. Even in the midst of all that, they built their whole town up, had airports, hospitals, schools, grocery stores, thriving community. We didn't need nobody. Dollars circulated in that own community like 20 something times before it went anywhere. Black Wall Street got so mad, bombed it, the whole entire community gone in one day on American soil. Kev, that's debated though. I hear that. I'm saying you're right or wrong, but it is debated for sure. And I'm not when I say debated, I'm saying as the name you put, not Africa. The name you put, because I heard it's another name also. The Garden of Eden. Nah. Was crazy. Absolutely crazy. How you tell us? How you tell us? Get, basically go away, get away from us, go on somewhere, go back to Africa, go do something, whatever. Just get away from us. And then we get away from y'all, and we way out the way from y'all. Then we build a whole community, school system, grocery stores, hospitals, libraries, airports. They had everything in Black Wall Street. They literally had everything. All black owned and operated, all ran, successful. Money circulating in this one area. We literally not bothering nobody and away from everybody. Our money don't even cross because you got to come there for it to cross. How did that happen? And y'all get so mad that it's going down, so y'all showed up there and firebombed and bombed. They have military equipment also on U.S. soil to bomb this whole community. It took 12 hours, I think, to flatten the whole community in one day. killed men, women, and children in one day for some people that ain't even by y'all. That's why racism is wild. Yeah, multiple for sure, multiple. And Black Wall Street is the one community that happened to. Hell, we know about Seneca Village, now known as Central Park, for sure. What part you talking about? Classic. Are you talking about Black Wall Street or Seneca Village? Cause Black Wall Street. Are you talking about Rosewood? Cause Black Wall Street didn't start over no white woman. It wasn't none around. You trying to talk about Rosewood? Oh, a bunch of times. Um, let me see. Let me see. How do I look that up though? Um, let me see. Do we have a list? Think we have a list. Look at this. This is crazy. Well, it's more than this. Let's see. It's urban race riots, 21st century race. They broke this down in subject. I'm trying to look for a list. Mass racial violence in the United States. You have a list here? But your gift helps out, whatever. I'm trying to find the list. I don't have the list off top. On top. Let me see. I'm thinking about that. No, Tulsa didn't happen over no white woman. Nah, don't let them tell you that. Wasn't no white women around. There was a whole entire black community, no white people around. They got mad because they were successful and bombed the whole city. Just showed up one day, unprepared, no nothing, and firebombed the whole city. Hey, that's what Lake Lanier is. Y'all know that, right? You know Lake Lanier in Atlanta, in Georgia. Let me say not Atlanta, in Georgia. That lake that people keep going into and end up dying. Lake Lanier, it was a town at first. Lake Lanier was a black town thriving in Georgia. A whole bunch of black communities, a town in Georgia. They kicked them. They massacred a lot of them people, kicked the rest out of town, and then flooded the whole city. So under Lake Lanier is a black city in Georgia. 1921, maybe. Shaq, I'm talking to you, Shaq. That was 1921, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tabisa, yeah, it's real. Seneca, look, that's where look. People understand, and mind you, don't mock me here. And so people talk about Wall Street, right? You know how Wall Street was started, and I know most of y'all here understand that. the Great Wall Street where stocks and money, you think about money and stocks and bonds and commodities, agriculture, and all that stuff. You think about New York City and the Great Stock Exchange. When you think about Wall Street, these are some of the things you think about, right? Do you know how Wall Street was started? Do you know Wall Street? You know what Wall Street's first commodity was? The first thing, how they got the name Wall Street, how that became the spot to sell property. Do you know what the first property was? You guessed it, slaves. You guessed it, slaves. Before there was a stock exchange, before there was all the suits up there making all the money, before there was the Wolf of Wall Street, before there was Gordon Gekko, before all that hit New York, there was the slave masters making deals all up and down, quote unquote, Wall Street. All slaves, men, women, and children, splitting up families, splitting up brother from sister, splitting up wives from husbands, all on Wall Street. Very popular. That became the place in New York to come see, to buy the best slaves. Wall Street. It happened on, you guessed it, Wall Street. Before they were selling oranges and sugar and cane and wheat and flour, before the stocks go up and down, before they rung the bell, slaves. That's what they were selling. That's how I got popular. That's how Wall Street became Wall Street. I wish I was lying to you. Yep. Good old America. Funny, I was talking to my wife and some friends about, like, with all the stuff that's happened to us here, to the so-called African American, right? And I'm saying that respectfully of who's not knowing who's who and not knowing background or where most of us are even from. Um, you start to think like, I remember somebody asked me that in the Uber one time. It was like, why are you still here? They couldn't understand it. It's not like certain countries. It's not like North Korea. Like you can't go. They're like, what makes you stay? With all the stuff we just talked about, we talked about getting stuff in the car. With all the stuff we just talked about, the way the system is ran, the way they treated your people from beginning to now, what makes you stay again? Why would you? Why would you? Why would you suffer in that? It's programming. It's the programming. Crazy, right? Programming. Mm. America has the best marketing in the world. How many times you heard the phrase, the land of milk and honey? I didn't even know what that shit meant as a kid. The American dream. Ain't that something? They sold Americans who already lived here an idea of the American dream. Hell, they sold us the 4th of July when we wasn't, me, my people, we wasn't even free in the 4th of July. How crazy is that? How did we celebrate Independence Day as Black Americans on July 4th when July 4th, we weren't even free back then? That's unusual. Took us a long time to get Juneteenth. But by this time, we so indoctrinated with July 4th. How you gonna miss July 4th? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's my birthday today. My birthday is today. Hey, we always do that. It'll be light, and our conversation moves somewhere else, and then we be way on some seriousness. Every time. I'll be doing. I appreciate it though. I appreciate that we can go anywhere at any time. But dang, I be, I be tripping. But yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out with me today for my birthday, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh, we did an hour and 30? Damn. I appreciate y'all. Tabisa was hanging out with me today, all the way from Durban, South Africa. That was super dope. Super dope. Breezy, thanks for the birthday love. I appreciate you. Oh, Breezy, hey, I finished all her fault. Breezy, I finished all her fault. And one thing I tell you, Breezy, you have no idea you have no idea what's gonna happen. Absolutely insane. I gave it a 10 out of 10. D1661, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the love. And may God bless you too, man. I appreciate that. Shaq, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the birthday love, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Real talk. Let me see. Say what us Mexican Americans love. We celebrate all these holidays there for. Hey, D. That's a fact. Hey, it's trippy how they got us right. It's like programmed. It's programmed, bro. That's crazy. Tabisa, man, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the birthday love, and appreciate you hanging out with us today, man. I know it's late out there, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real. Keep tapping in with me. I'm so glad you subscribed. Keep tapping in with me, man. We're gonna keep giving the vibes, keep sharing, keep passing the info back and forth, and keep moving like that, bro. This community gonna grow, it's gonna get bigger, and we're gonna fill this thing up with super dope people from all over the different places, all around the globe. Just have great conversation, great times, man, to have some really, 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 really dope good times. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get up here. I'm about to get up out of here in a minute, man. I'm about to go get myself together, sit down for a second, get ready to go hang out with some of my partners, give me something to eat because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm starving, actually. And but I appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget. I mean, I always slip on occasion. Drink on me. Hey, I don't really drink like that, Michelle. Same thing. When I do drink on occasion, and when I say occasion, it depends on where I'm at. Because even when I'm at different kind of like, I've never had no events. So I'm at like my family house or somebody's house. They don't even have the drink that I drink. So if I'm out and I go to dinner or something, I get a drink at a bar or something like that. I only drink a Moscow Mule. That's my favorite drink. Moscow Mule. Maybe two of them. That's about it though. I'm done for after that. Moscow Mule, my favorite drink. So yeah. Oh, you knew already? Damn. Yeah, see, you put that. Moscow Mule, that's my favorite drink. I may do 2, but that about it, because after that, can't hang like I used to. Can't hang like I used to. No way. Mm-mm. I'm cool. My lady be getting all kind of stuff. My wife be getting all kind of stuff. She love a cucumber margarita or a different kind of, jalapeno something margarita with the. I be like, man, I ain't doing none of that. Give me Moscow Mule, please, and thank you. Not doing none of that. No, it's ginger beer and is it is it is it tequila or vodka? Which one is it? It's ginger beer though. I know that. I think it's vodka. Yep, vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice. So bomb, bomb. I love that drink. Vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice. My favorite. And I'm still sometime with that too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hey, tell him Tabisa. Hey, Tabisa, no. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my drink. I'm not reaching for nothing else to try nothing. I may sip with my wife drink to be like, okay, she want me to taste the drink. Let me taste it. Boom. Oh yeah, that's good. Or I don't want one though. Or I don't like that, so I'm cool. Moscow Mule, please. Michelle, I don't like vodka. Let me just preface that also. I don't like vodka. But a Moscow Mule, that ginger beer with that lime, doing every time. Doing every time. But you could also trade the alcohol too. I mean, change the alcohol for something else. I'm not sure how it tastes, but I remember doing that one time, I think, and I'm not sure where I was. Oh no, I think they served it like that. It was another alcohol, but I'm not sure what was it. Tequila? May have been tequila, like a blanco. Maybe I think maybe a blanco tequila, something like that. But yeah, man, look, I'm about to get up out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out for me on my birthday, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the love always. Thank you. Shout out to who sent me that money earlier? Somebody left me a cool little Classic Music. Shout out to Classic Music for hitting the Cash App. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody for showing love, who wish me happy birthday. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Thank you. I put up on a Saturday. Saturday's cool. I gotta start putting up on Saturdays more too. Yeah, Saturday's cool. Anyway, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hope you have a great day, great weekend, great next week, great life, great everything. Only wish and pray for great everything for all y'all. Cover the whole chat. I make sure God covers the whole chat. That's how I be rocking. So pray for y'all. If y'all can find in your hearts to pray for me, I'd appreciate it. I love y'all. And I'll be at y'all ASAP, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all once again. Peace.